The Great Ocean Road, one of Australia's most iconic coastal drives. But did you know this world-famous highway has a fascinating history and some surprising facts? First, the road itself is the world's largest war memorial. Built between 1919 and 1932, it was constructed by returning soldiers from World War I as a tribute to their fallen comrades. The project provided much-needed employment for veterans and transformed what was once rugged coastline into a scenic route. Spanning 243 kilometers, 151 miles, along Victoria's southern coast, the Great Ocean Road stretches from Torquay to Allunsford. It winds through lush rainforests, past shipwreck sites, and alongside some of the most stunning rock formations in the world, including the famous 12 Apostles. Interestingly, despite the name, only 8 apostles remain. The others have collapsed due to natural erosion. Another fun fact, the road was built by hand. Without the use of modern machinery, workers used picks, shovels, and explosives to carve through cliffs and dense bushland. A truly incredible feat of engineering. The region is also home to the Loch Ard Gorge, named after a shipwreck that occurred in 1878. Of the 54 people on board, only 2 survived, a teenage girl and a cabin boy, who managed to cling to the rocks after their ship was destroyed by fierce waves. Imagine driving on a road so narrow, so high up, and so breathtakingly carved into the side of a mountain that one wrong move could send you plummeting into the valley below. Welcome to the Guoliang Tunnel Road, one of the most spectacular and terrifying roads in the world. Located in the Taihang Mountains of China, this tunnel road was hand-carved by 13 villagers from the remote village of Guoliang. Before this road existed, the only way to reach Guoliang was a steep, dangerous footpath known as the Sky Ladder, making travel extremely difficult, especially during bad weather. In 1972, the villagers, led by a man named Shen Mingxin, decided to take matters into their own hands. Using nothing but hammers, chisels, and their sheer determination, they began carving a tunnel through the solid rock of the mountain. It took them 5 years to complete the road, and tragically, some workers lost their lives in the process. But their hard work paid off, and in 1977, the Guoliang Tunnel Road officially opened, connecting the once isolated village to the rest of China. The tunnel itself is 1.2 kilometers, 0.75 miles, long 5 meters, 16 feet tall, and only 4 meters, 13 feet wide, just enough for a small vehicle to pass through. What makes it even more stunning are the windows carved into the cliffside, allowing travelers to look out over the deep valley below. These openings were originally meant to help clear debris while building the tunnel, but they now serve as breathtaking viewing spots for daring visitors. Despite its beauty, the Guoliang Tunnel Road is often called the road that does not tolerate mistakes. With its sharp turns, lack of guardrails, and unpredictable weather conditions, it remains one of the most dangerous roads in the world, but that only adds to its thrill. Today, this once hidden road has become a major tourist attraction, drawing adventurers and photographers from around the world. It stands as a symbol of determination and human perseverance, proving that even a small group of people, armed with little more than courage and a vision, can carve a path, literally, where there was none before. So if you're ever looking for an unforgettable road trip, why not take the Guoliang Tunnel Road? Just be sure to keep your hands on the wheel and your nerves of steel. Route 66, often called the Mother Road, is one of the most iconic highways in the United States, stretching 2,448 miles from Chicago, Illinois, to Santa Monica, California. Established in 1926, it was one of the first major highways in the U.S. and became a crucial route for westward migration during the Great Depression and Dust Bowl era. Thousands of families seeking a better life packed their belongings and followed Route 66 toward opportunities in the West, earning the highway its reputation as a road of hope and opportunity. Beyond its historical significance, Route 66 became a symbol of American car culture and adventure. Road trips along this highway were filled with quirky roadside attractions, neon-lit motels, and classic diners serving up burgers and milkshakes. Some of the most famous stops along the route include the Cadillac Ranch in Texas, where colorful old Cadillacs are half buried in the ground, and the Blue Whale of Catoosa in Oklahoma, a giant blue whale sculpture that once served as a fun swimming attraction. The Wigwam Motel in Arizona allows visitors to sleep in rooms shaped like teepees, offering a nostalgic throwback to mid-century Americana. Did you know Route 66 has also made a lasting impact on pop culture? The song Get Your Kicks On, Route 66, first recorded by Nat King Cole in 1946, became an anthem for travelers. The highway also inspired the Disney Pixar movie Cars, which brought its nostalgic charm to a new generation. Although Route 66 was officially decommissioned in 1985, many sections of the original road still exist, preserved by enthusiasts who refuse to let its legacy fade. Today, travelers from around the world visit Route 66 to experience a piece of history, taking a journey through time with its classic diners, vintage gas stations, and wide-open landscapes. It's more than just a road, it's an adventure, a symbol of freedom, and a reminder of a time when the journey mattered just as much as the destination. The Karakoram Highway, often called the eighth wonder of the world, is one of the most breathtaking and challenging roads ever built. Stretching 1,300 kilometers from Pakistan to China, it winds through some of the highest and most rugged mountains on Earth. What makes it even more incredible is that it reaches an altitude of 4,693 meters at Kunjara Pass, making it the highest paved international road in the world. Construction of the Karakoram Highway was no easy feat. It began in 1959 and took nearly 20 years to complete. Over 24,000 workers from Pakistan and China braved extreme conditions, including landslides, avalanches, and freezing temperatures. Sadly, about 1,000 workers lost their lives while building this engineering marvel. But their sacrifice resulted in a road that now stands as a symbol of strength and friendship between the two nations. Driving along the Karakoram Highway is like traveling through a natural wonderland. The route takes you past towering peaks, deep valleys, glaciers, and rivers. You can see Nanga Parbat, 8,126 meters, one of the world's deadliest mountains, and Rakaposhi, 7,788 meters, which glows golden at sunrise. The highway follows the mighty Indus River and passes near the Batura and Baltoro glaciers, some of the largest outside the polar regions. One of the most striking sights along the way is Adabad Lake, a turquoise blue lake that was formed in 2010 after a massive landslide blocked the river. But the Karakoram Highway is more than just a scenic route. It is a journey through history. It follows the ancient Silk Road, a path once traveled by traders and explorers for thousands of years. Along the way, you can find 2,000-year-old Buddhist rock carvings, a testament to the civilizations that once thrived in this region. For adventure seekers, the Karakoram Highway is an absolute dream. Cyclists, motorcyclists, and road trip enthusiasts from all over the world come here to experience its twists, turns, and breathtaking landscapes. The road leads to Hunsa Valley, Skardu, and Fairy Meadows, some of the most beautiful destinations in Pakistan. And at the Kunjara Pass, travelers can cross into China through the highest border crossing in the world. Whether you're a thrill seeker, a history lover, or someone in search of the world's most scenic drives, the Karakoram Highway offers an experience like no other. It is not just a road, it is a passage through time, nature, and adventure. Imagine driving on a road so treacherous that it's literally called Death Road. Now picture yourself on a narrow dirt path, barely wide enough for one vehicle, with no guardrails and a 600-meter, 2,000-foot drop just inches away. Sounds terrifying, right? Welcome to Yungas Road, Bolivia's most infamous highway. This road, stretching 64 kilometers, 40 miles from the high-altitude city of La Paz to the tropical town of Coroico, is no ordinary drive. In fact, at its peak, it claimed up to 300 lives per year, earning it the title of the world's most dangerous road. Fog, rain, and mudslides make it even more hazardous, often turning it into a slippery death trap. Now here's a crazy fact. Unlike the rest of Bolivia, where people drive on the right on Yungas Road, drivers keep to the left. Why? Because it allows them to get a clearer view of the road's terrifying edge, meaning one wrong move could send you plunging into the jungle below. The road was built in the 1930s by Paraguayan prisoners of war during the Chaco War, and for decades it remained the main route between La Paz and the Yungas region. But in 2006, a safer, modern highway was constructed, leaving Yungas Road to a new kind of traveler, adrenaline-seeking cyclists. Today, thrill seekers from all over the world come to Bolivia just to bike down its deadly curves, racing past crosses that mark where vehicles once tumbled into the abyss. But it's not all doom and gloom. Yungas Road also offers some of the most breathtaking scenery on the planet. Starting in the Andean highlands at over 3,600 meters, 11,800 feet, you descend into the lush Amazon rainforest in just a few hours. A journey that takes you from cold, misty mountaintops to warm, tropical jungle. Dope road facts for everybody. The Pan American Highway is the longest road in the world, stretching approximately 30,000 kilometers, 19,000 miles, from Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, all the way to Ushuaia, Argentina, at the southern tip of South America. This incredible highway passes through 14 countries, connecting North, Central, and South America in a vast network of roads. It crosses snow-covered mountains, arid deserts, lush rainforests, and bustling cities, making it one of the most diverse road trips anyone can experience. One of the most intriguing parts of the Pan American Highway is the Darien Gap, a 160-kilometer stretch of untamed jungle and swamps between Panama and Colombia. This is the only break in the highway, making it impossible to drive through. Instead, travelers must transport their vehicles by boat or plane to continue their journey. The Darien Gap is not only a barrier for cars, but also a region filled with dangerous wildlife, dense vegetation, and even smugglers, adding an element of mystery and adventure to the highway's lore. The landscapes along the Pan American Highway are as extreme as they are breathtaking. Travelers will encounter the frozen wilderness of Alaska, the scorching Atacama Desert in Chile, the towering Andes Mountains, and the lush Amazon rainforest. The road also runs through ancient ruins, colonial cities, and modern metropolises, making it a highway not just through geography, but also through history and culture. Some adventurous travelers have taken on the challenge of covering the entire route by car, motorcycle, bicycle, or even on foot. A journey that can take months or even years to complete. Beyond being a dream for road trippers, the Pan American Highway is a vital trade route, connecting economies across the Americas. It supports commerce, tourism, and transportation of goods across thousands of miles. Despite its challenges, it remains a symbol of connection and adventure. It's no wonder that Guinness World Records recognizes it as the world's longest motorable road, even though the Darien Gap remains a natural obstacle. Dope road facts for everybody. Chapman's Peak Drive, often called Chappies by locals, is one of the most breathtaking coastal roads in the world. Stretching along the Atlantic coast of the Cape Peninsula in South Africa, it connects the towns of Hout Bay and Noordhoek, offering jaw-dropping views of the ocean and rugged cliffs. The road, carved into the steep slopes of Chapman's Peak, was an engineering marvel when it was built in the early 20th century, officially opening in 1922. Despite its beauty, it was a challenging project due to the unstable rock formations, and even today, extensive maintenance is required to prevent rockfalls. Driving along the route, you experience a series of winding curves and dramatic drops, making it a favorite for road trippers, cyclists, and photographers. With 114 bends over a distance of just 9 kilometers, it offers a thrilling ride with panoramic views at every turn. One of its most famous stops is the Chapman's Peak viewpoint, where visitors can take in a sweeping vista of the Atlantic Ocean and the towering cliffs that plunge into the sea. Beyond its visual appeal, Chapman's Peak Drive is rich in history and culture. During World War II, sections of the route were closed due to fears of invasion, and in the late 20th century, it faced several closures due to safety concerns. After a major rehabilitation project in the early 2000s, safety measures such as catch fences and reinforced tunnels were introduced, allowing it to remain open while preserving its natural charm. The drive is also a key route for events like the Cape Town Cycle Tour and the Two Oceans Marathon, drawing athletes and spectators from around the globe. Wildlife enthusiasts may spot seals, dolphins, and even whales in the ocean below, while baboons and antelope occasionally make an appearance along the road. At sunset, The drive transforms into an even more magical experience as golden hues reflect off the cliffs and sea, creating a picture-perfect moment that captures the essence of the Cape's coastal beauty.